dollars. So like we have like $10,000.
Yeah. If we could turn off the music.
Yeah, yeah.
You still making music? Yep.
Yeah?
Hey, we have a show August 15th, Jolly Molly.
Where at?
Return, Frankie's. What do you mean?
I don't know.
Do you look enough like a starving artist?
I guess so.
Alright, how about we just start with your name, where we are, and
Should I look in the camera or should I look at you?
you can look at me.
Okay. My name's Jerry Gray, Toledo, Ohio. My gallery I just opened up. It's called Bozarts. It's a LLC. It's an art and music gallery. The kind of the gist of the situation, as far as the fine arts go, or as far as the arts go, is solo and small group exhibitions that allow the artist to control the space and the environment for their work, from the food to the music to the lighting to how they hang it. Not necessarily an installation gallery, but more of a gallery to allow the artist to create the ideal environment for their work to be seen.
And that's why you opened it, is to like give them that space? Is there any other space in Toledo that could be compared to what you're doing here?
Not that I know of. No. I haven't been to a gallery that hasn't just taken the work in and hang it themselves, which I think a lot of times, I mean, the people know what they're doing. It's well lit, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful space. A lot of times they throw a lot of money at the space. This is a little bit different, where I've put money into the space, but you know, I'm a bartender. That's how I funded the whole place. And I work like 3 days a week. Been in here working on the space for about 4 months before I opened it up. And and I mean, I'm an artist. I'm not really a gallery owner. I have done over the last 10 years a lot of events at other people's spaces, at bars, at high-end restaurants, five-star restaurants, at Irish pubs, at dive bars, at warehouse spaces up in Detroit, at multiple different kinds of venues. And the main thing with this is that I'm able to funnel the energy into basically my space, and which allows me to facilitate other artists that are my friends and people that I know, which is a pretty wide spectrum of people. Mostly 2D, some sculpture, but it's more to allow the people who I know, who I've worked with over the last 10 years, to give them the opportunity to hold a solo exhibition, which there aren't too many of those spaces in town that do it for local artists on a regular. Maybe once in a while they'll have a solo, or they'll have a large mass group, like almost community style exhibition. But there aren't too many that I know of that do shows every month.
Why is that, do you think? I mean, it happens in other cities.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's not. I don't know. I know for me, and the reason I do it is because it's my passion. Like the artwork, the whole, and everything that comes along with it. Whether it's mine, whether it's the work that I respect that other people are doing. It's encompasses my entire life. That's what I work for. I'm always working. I never have a day off. It's either networking and doing something, trying to build the momentum of what I've been doing since I can remember, and especially in Toledo since 2000 when I moved here. And I guess that's about what I got as far as that goes.
Well, how important do you think it is for you, or how does it help you, like being an artist yourself, opening up your own gallery?
That would be, I guess, to give people that deserve it the opportunity to create their environment, to allow them to handle their work in a very open and understanding space. Like, I'm just not questioning them, allowing them to do it the way that they want to. I mean, I've got artists that are 65 years old, and I've got artists that are 23 years old that are doing solo exhibitions. Some are going to. They've got some of, like Doug, that's doing August. He's going to RISD. He's leaving at the end of the month, which is one of the best schools in the country. He's been doing freelance work for the Toledo Museum. He's been doing sculptures for the last couple of years. He went to BG. There's like Richard Reed. He's probably one of the, if not the best, one of the very best painters in the city, and that I've ever seen or got to know. And he's sold pieces to the state, and just very, very, very compelling work. And I've never, either of those gentlemen, as far as I know, at least as long as I've known them, have never had a solo exhibition. And they're on two very different spectrums, like in their life. Like, one's been painting, and he was a architectural renderer for, that's what his career was. He retired a few years ago, but he's been painting for 50 years, 40 years. The other is just starting his career. Like, he's not done with school. He's got a BFA from BG. He's been doing freelance sculpture for the Toledo Zoo, and he's just beginning to spread his wings. But the work that he does is unbelievable, and just allowing him to open up their mind and do whatever they want to.
Well, why is that important to you?
Because it's like freedom. It's like the most. It's people produce the work for their own reasons, and they would probably want their work shown like the way that they produce it. Like it's just want to allow them the opportunity to display and create and enjoy and have their friends and family and the community enjoy their work the way that they want to put themselves, how they want to present themselves. I don't want it to be a sterile environment. I mean, no matter how clean and well lit and how much money you put in the space, that's not what art is about. I mean, of course, clean walls and good lighting. You definitely need those to be able to do some kind of a gallery or display the work or have it seen correctly, of course. But beyond that, it has so much more to do with the emotion and the vibe and just the general artist's aesthetic, whoever the artist is. And the idea is to be like this place is going to look different every month, like probably a lot different every month, ideally. There will be artists that will come in and hang their work and light it well, and it'll be in a nice straight line probably. There's also a lot of artists that are just really going to hang and show as much work as they possibly can, which I'm really excited about.
Is most of this work hanging up right now yours?
All of the work that's on the walls, in the two bins, or on the table is all mine, yeah.
So there's nobody else in this place right now?
I've got one girl that just dropped off because I'm doing like a cultural consignment shop with like handmade, hand altered clothes, smaller functional items, used art supplies, music, movies, books, different items that artists can utilize or produce and be able to sell like on a consignment basis. But other than that, It's all that stuff.
Do you feel like there's a disconnect between the arts community here?
What do you?
Well, I mean, you seem to be putting so much time into like connecting people with this place. Do you think that it hasn't existed until Bozarts?
I think a lot of times fine art can get a very pompous attitude about itself, and I don't want that to be the situation. And I'm not pointing any fingers. It's a different way. It's a different approach, and it doesn't need to be so clean and fine and sterile and beautiful. You can find a lot of beauty in a very ugly frog, or the ugly puppy, that's the cutest puppy I ever saw, kind of ideal, but yeah, I guess.
Thank you.
Yeah. No problem.